It's been over a year since Pokemon Champions was first announced, and we finally have a release date. The one stop shop for Pokemon battles is launching on Switch systems 2 weeks from now on April 8th, and I'm super excited to start diving into the action. I hope everyone is doing great out there. This is Connor at Tallgrass Gaming, and if you are just as stoked as I am, consider subscribing for more Pokemon content in the future. Without further ado, let's talk about everything you need to know to get started in Pokemon Champions. This game is all about Pokemon battling, but we can't have those battles if you don't have any Pokemon. So, how can you get Pokemon in Pokemon Champions? There are two ways to add Pokemon to your account. First, you can collect Pokemon from the roster ranch. Every 22 hours, a lineup of Pokemon is generated, and you're able to recruit as many Pokemon as you want. If you want to permanently add that Pokemon to your account, you're going to need to spend in game currency like teammate tickets and victory points. But if you're unsure if you'll enjoy a Pokemon's playstyle, there is a free trial recruitment that will allow you to use the Pokemon for 7 days. If you don't like any of the Pokemon in your daily alignment, you can also use quick coupons to accelerate the timer and refresh your choices. This is awesome for players that are just getting started with Pokemon battles. It's super accessible and lets new players experiment and get creative to find their preferred teammates. But if you own some Pokemon games, you can also bring your trusty partners to Pokemon Champions by linking your account to Pokemon Home. Home has been the storage center for the Switch games for the last decade, and any Pokemon that have been transferred there can be used in Champions. So whether they're from Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee and Scarlet and Violet to some of the newer games like Legends ZA and even Pokemon sent from Pokemon Go, as long as they're allowed in Champions, you can continue to build bonds and battle with those Pokemon. Now that you have Pokemon to use, how can you make sure that they're prepared to battle and ready to win? This game has completely overhauled the training process, and it is so much more convenient. In past games, you'd have individual values, effort values, vitamins to boost stats, mints to change natures, capsules and patches to change abilities, bottle caps to hypertrain, TMs to update moves. We're talking about dozens and dozens of items and story lock features that make Pokemon such a headache. But in Champions, all of that is streamlined and can be handled on one easy to use feature. You can spend your in game currencies like victory points to raise stats, change natures and abilities, and of course, select the moves you want. This is an awesome change and it definitely strips away some of those barriers to entry for a lot of Pokemon fans. It allows the player to design the Pokemon that they want to use and quickly hop into the fun. No need to make things too complicated. With your Pokemon ready to go, it's now time to battle. Pokemon Champions offers a handful of ways to battle, starting with three main modes. We have ranked battles for the competitive ladder, casual battles for some low stress fun, and private battles if you do want to play with some of your friends online. In addition, we have some of the familiar formats like singles and double battles to satisfy any player. As time goes on, there's also going to be seasonal changes in online competitions with preset rules that will make Champions feel like a live service game. There's going to be regulation formats and new battle gimmicks, and of course, new Pokemon introduced to keep things fresh and challenge players to build creative teams. Starting on April 8th, the first regulation is going to be M-A. We don't really know too much about this rule set, with more information coming when the game actually launches. But with all the promotional material we've seen over the last year, it's clear that the M stands for Mega Evolution. So get ready to play with some of your favorite Mega Pokemon, both new and old. We've mentioned victory points or VP a few times already, but this is absolutely going to be the most important resource in Pokemon Champions. You already know that you're able to use VP to recruit and train your Pokemon, but you can also use it to buy held items, Mega Stones, clothing and appearance cosmetics in the store, poses, and even special battle music to get you hyped up as you play. Pretty sure the only confirmed way to earn VP right now is participating in ranked battles, but I'm sure there's going to be other ways like daily missions to entice players to log in and battle every day. There's going to be a lot of different options for you when you start playing the game to use your VP, so do make sure you're using it wisely, especially if you don't plan on spending money on this game. Speaking of which, this is a free to start game, so just like any other popular free to play games, Pokemon Champions will have microtransactions. So far, we have three different purchases players can make to upgrade and accelerate their accounts. On release, there's going to be a one time starter pack that includes 50 more spaces in your box to store Pokemon, exclusive music, 30 teammate tickets for recruitment, and 50 training tickets to update your Pokemon stats. There's also going to be a seasonal battle pass that'll last around a month with a free and paid premium track option where you can earn cosmetics, megastones, Pokemon, and much more. And it also looks like there's going to be a monthly subscription service that'll give you more box storage, more usable battle teams, member exclusive missions, and battle songs. The details on this are a bit vague, but we'll know soon if it's going to be worth it. As of right now, we don't have any official pricing for USD for these upgrades, but we do know how much they're going to be in Japan. The starter pack is going to cost around 980 yen, which is about $6. The premium battle pass will be about 1400 yen, which is about $8. And the monthly subscription will be 700 yen per month or 7,000 yen per year, which is about $4.50 per month or $45 per year. I'm sure some of these numbers will be rounded in some way for transaction fees, and I'll keep you guys updated as we learn more. And a little special information for those that made it to the end of the video, there's going to be an early download bonus where you can get a free Dragonite ready to use and showcase in your Mega Evolution battles. With 2 weeks to go until release, I'm absolutely itching to get started. Let me know what you're most excited for in Pokemon Champions in the comments, and if you found this video helpful or are interested in more tips, tricks, and battle teams, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I'll chat with you all next time. Take care for now, and look out for more encounters in the tall grass.